Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NJ podcast. This podcast aims to share stories, tips, and insights about achieving success while having fun. From topics ranging from personal development to business, entertainment, and sports, the podcast will have conversations with experts and people in their respective fields. The podcast will also share insights from Jablo James's published and upcoming books. The tagline, which is the theme of the podcast, is "Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal." This means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Your host, Jablo James. Hey everyone, this is NJ, the host of the NJ podcast, and welcome back to another episode where we are aiming to share stories, tips, insights, and ideas from the most interesting people on earth. We don't care whether you're a poet or not, whether wajol or not. No, I'm kidding. Whether you're an author or not, whether you want to study LLB, whether you're a poet, whether it doesn't really matter, because we believe that everybody has got a very important story to share. And remember, the theme of the podcast is success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means you're going after what you've always wanted to go after because it's aligned with your highest values, and that's the only way for you to live a truly inspired and fulfilled life. And on the show today, we set this up quite a while back, né? Quite a while ago. We got plugged in. That's what I'm saying. We got plugged in.
Yeah,
we got plugged in. Yes. So I've got Karabo Digasho on the show. And she is currently 21 years young. And she's 21 years young. Yo. I feel ancient. My gray hairs. She's 21 years young, and she's a student pursuing her degree in LLB at the University of South Africa, which is UNISA. So, and she is an author, a femtor. She's an actress. She's a poet, royal poet of Chief Macingwane II. I need to know about that. I need to know about that. Does it give tenders? No. Okay. And then she's an entrepreneur. She's a peer educator. She is a woman advocate. She's a motivational speaker and a master of ceremonies. She was born, bred, butted in Tembisa, 1632. Great people come from Tembisa. I know another person that came from Tembisa. Of course, it's Kumba. I'm trying to get Kumba on the show as well.
Yeah.
And we've got Shimza, and then now we've got you. Now
and we've got Palmudia Diaz also.
You see.
Yeah.
Thanks for the plug, my man. Thank you for the plug. And in the back there, we've got KB the plug, and we've also got your sister here as well. And you guys can also jump in if you've got questions too. And also fact check. You must fact check. If you come you must say, because we deal with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. So help me God. Wow. You know, you're a lawyer.
Definitely.
All right, welcome to the show, Karabo. It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah.
More than welcome.
Good. So, outside of what it is that you do, because I'm like very interested and intrigued, because you're 21 years young.
Amen.
And you have got so many things under your belt. You seem to have a strong sense of direction based on the things that you are chasing. So can you just give us how is it that you got to the point where you've got such a good clarity of like purpose as such a 21 years young? How do you get there?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know, because in most cases, everything that I do comes out of my abilities.
Yeah.
So if I get to discover that I'm good at something, I go for it. So hence so many things that I'm doing, it's because I'm good at them. So that's how it came about.
All right. So then you've got your book here.
Yeah,
Let's
I
look
got
at
my
that.
book here.
Oh, she's got an anthology of poems. Look at that. Even me, I want. So
Thank you.
Women Talk Tears and Tissues. So Petunia, you didn't tell me about that one. So so tell us about this book. What is it? An anthology of poems? Is it your own personal story? What is happening in this book here?
This book is an infiltration of my personal story, but I didn't write it directly. So hence the name of the book, Women Talk Tears and Tissues.
Yeah.
So I was raised, or I come from a background that has most women, that is dominated by women.
Okay.
So I've come to realize that most of them have issues You know, a lot of issues actually, and they use tissues to wipe those issues.
Oh,
they normally don't
okay.
talk. Yeah. So as a result, this book is not just a compilation of poems, but as well as my life story is here. A women empowerment, in actual fact, is also here. So hence, women talk tears and tissues.
So what are these issues that they're busy wiping away with their tears? I mean, with their with tissues not dealing with? Like, what are some of the burning issues that the women are facing in your own experience?
Okay, I would say comparison. Let me just give a practical example.
Sure.
So when I was growing up,
Yeah.
there was a comparison between my brother and I.
Okay.
And then, for example, let's say we are walking into the store. And when we are walking into the store, there's an aisle for boys' toys and an aisle for girls' toys.
Sure.
So whenever I get to choose toys, I'd go for dolls, mops, you know, these domesticated toys.
Sure.
And then my brother would go for guns, trucks, you know.
As
So
is
me
usual.
being a poet, me being an artist, I'm like, hi, bo. Lana, something is not right.
Yeah.
Why am I taught to be a housewife? Why should I not explore my capabilities? Whereas my brother, if you're buying a gun, it means go out and hustle. If you're buying a car, they mean explore the world.
Yeah.
And when I was comparing the prices, I'm like, I feel like I'm not worthy because my toys worth less than my brother's toys.
Really?
So it's a thing of comparison. Those are the issues that birth the challenges that women face today when it comes to masculinity, women being inferior next to men and whatnot, and also entering male-dominated businesses. You know, there's so much going on when it comes to women in terms of business, in terms of relationships, in terms of life in general. So hence I'm saying women talk tears and tissues.
Sure. I mean, like with the comparison, I thought it was comparison amongst women, not necessarily a comparison with
that
men.
One is also an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Women comparing women. They're saying, oh, Karabo is light-skinned, Karabo is beautiful, Karabo this, Karabo that. And then that one be like, oh, but she's a little bit fat. You know, those kind of comparisons. So we need to shut them down.
That's very toxic. Y'all need to stop
very
that.
toxic
You get that? You get that? You got to stop that. Y'all need to stop that. You need to stop that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So like from a personal level, because you've written about some of these issues. What are the issues that you've experienced yourself that you've written about?
I think virginity.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, we went there.
That one is very dear to my heart.
Yeah.
It is also on the book that we must value women's virginity. So in this society
Do you mean that we shouldn't or we should?
We should value a woman's virginity.
Yes. Good.
So in my book, when I was emphasizing this topic or subtopic, if I should say,
sure.
In this society right now, a girl child like me is believed not to be a virgin because of the social media trends. You see, man, So, and there's also this stigma of saying a girl who's not a virgin is not worthy.
Yeah.
Why? The question is why? So you mean if now I decide, oh my goodness, I'm old enough, I can award this guy with my virginity, I love him, and I see myself going far with him, then I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
And then now it takes us back to this biblical verse, sex before marriage is a sin.
Yeah.
So wabona hore they are contradicting diloze. So yeah, hence I'm saying those kind of issues.
So because from a male perspective,
thank you.
This is it's unfortunate, but this is how it is. All right, I'm call it how it is. If a man goes around, he's considered a hero. He's considered a stud. He's considered strong. He's considered desirable. I don't know why that's just a societal standard. I personally don't believe that, but that's just what society seems to be perpetuating now.
Yeah.
Whereas a female does the same thing. She's a slut. She's dirty. She's loose. She's not quote unquote worthy. Why do you think that is? I've got my own views. I just want to get why you think that is.
My whole views, I think maybe because a woman's body is a temple.
Sure.
Temple of God. I'm not saying men's body are not a temple of God, but when it comes to women...
What are we?
When it comes to women, I mean, we breed life.
Yeah.
You know, so if you don't take care of your body...
Sure.
I mean, hence, how worthy are you to bring a human being?
Yeah.
So I think those kind of topics they relate to as to when women go around sleeping around, then they are, you know, shamed with sad and painful names.
Yeah.
So I think A woman's body is a temple of God, man. It needs to be respected, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, but some people might kill you for that statement, right?
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm quite aware of it. And I'm not even afraid to be corrected. If I am wrong, please do correct me.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that you're wrong, but it's just like it's an unfortunate standard. I don't know if it's an unfortunate standard, but it's just how people generally treat the world. Because I was reading somewhere. This is the third book I'm writing. It's called Father of Man. How do we build better men? Y'all need to pray for me.
Father of Man.
Father of Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was busy thinking about this entire thing of why the double standard. Why the quote unquote double standard? Why if a man goes out and sleeps with loads of women and impregnates loads of women, he's considered a stud, versus a woman, if she is guilty of the same behavior, her value goes down. And I think it goes down to two things. It's survival value, one, and then there's procreation value.
True.
Survival value means, as a guy, as if I marry Unjabulo, is he going to be able to take care of me? Is he going to be able to take care of my kids? If I have kids with him. So I need to survive. That's the female perspective. This is looking at a biological level.
Yeah, true.
Biological level. And then from a female perspective, they look at Karabo, they like, has she got all the nice voluptuous features? Is she quote unquote pious? Because if she is kept and pure, then if I have kids, I'm sure that that's my kid. I'm 100% sure that that's my kid. So that's why men normally look for procreation value. Are you able to procreate with me? So then I think at a biological level, that offers an explanation.
Yeah.
And then it goes to societal level, and they go and like exponentially take it.
It gets broad.
Yeah, it gets broader and it gets further than that. I'm still researching that to see how true it is.
Dig deeper into the enormity of this concept.
Yeah, because it is quite bad. So I'm like, have you been? What are those things that you've taken a stand for that you got killed for? When I say killed for, they were like, no, Karabo, we don't agree with you here. Like, this is no, you're wrong here.
I normally don't engage in debates.
You don't engage in debates?
Yes.
But you're an LLB student.
I know. Like life in general.
Okay.
Because bear in mind, and so if I listen to your level of understanding and your level of logic,
sure,
and this one I can't hold a proper conversation with, and I keep quiet. So I wouldn't necessarily say there are some of the things that I took a stand for and almost got killed for. But if maybe I assume I was in a situation, it would be Nyajolana.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because when people look at me, they see this lady who goes around. Like the body features, sometimes they are a disadvantage, more especially Corona Banyan, because they think does this and this and this and that. And some of us, we are just geniuses who are knowledgeable, who just want money,
who just happen to look good.
Hustling.
Yeah.
So it does not mean then I need to take advantage of that and go around this man and that man and that man and that man. So most people, when they look at unalemak. So hence I'm saying, if I was Zulu, bengizovele ngiphume nje ngiyitshitshe liphelele babone nje ngenzelwa leso zinto ngifakwa lezi zinto enizigcokayo. Oh man, I need that.
And you go to functions and sleepovers and all that. I didn't know it was a huge thing. I didn't know it was a huge thing. Like Amachichi for Amazulu, like that's what they do.
It's a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Actually, let me not say for Amazulu Pela, but the ladies who have kept their virginity, it's a big thing for us to say, you know what? It's not a matter of we are boasting, but we've kept ourselves for the ones that we think they deserve us.
Yeah.
And we've kept ourselves not because seasons are but because we feel like we are still young.
Yeah.
We are still young.
Yeah,
we are not skipping stages.
We're not skipping stages.
I'm still a child.
Sometimes you need to fly before you walk. What do we... just fly. Just go.
Fly before you walk.
Yeah, fly before you walk.
Let's
try it out. Let's see. And what about those? Like I know there's some people in the school of thought that do not believe. They don't believe. They don't believe that some women after a certain age are virgins. Why is that?
I think also your attitude
Yeah.
and how you appear. Growing up, my grandmother used to say, "Ngwanyana o mmona mo tlhafung gore ha e sa le virgin." And I'm like, "O bona jwang kuku?" I don't know, ha tsamaya e etsa so. Okay. Like, what do you call that?
I don't know.
I don't want to say it's superstition, but
Yeah.
they know better.
Yeah.
Right? They know better. So hence I'm saying your attitude, how you appear, how you behave, it says a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we have abantu abaphaphayo njengo Karabo. So
Papa
because
kanjani?
Papa, are you going to say I'm not a virgin?
What do you mean, Papa? Mean like extroverted?
There's this Papa of being a jolly person, a bubbly person.
Yeah.
I don't mind meeting you for the first time and we start talking, but in a constructive manner. I normally don't get overboard.
Yeah.
But when my spirit and my energy matches with you,
Sure.
then we can hold down quite a deep conversation. Hence I'm saying pap. Because someone who's not really extroverted, magafike ndaweni will just keep quiet and analyze everyone.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But not me.
Okay, so
Yo.
then do you go to parties? Do you go to festivals?
No.
Do you don't do that?
My parties and festivals are seminars. That's my kind of fun. Really,
That's
like
good, that's
sitting
good,
down,
that's good.
taking out my diary, listening to whoever's facilitating the program.
Sure.
Yeah, PowerPoint presentations. That's my type of fun. That's my type of fun.
Yeah, so you're a textbook classic nerd.
Oh,
You're a nerd. You are a
I'm
nerd.
not a nerd. I'm a bookworm.
What's the difference?
Okay, a nerd is someone deemed like more geniusly. I get to be if I make sense.
No, I don't get it.
How? Okay, ki explain it wrong. Ka Sotho maybe. I get ha re gola ko high school. Go na le ba le ba di brele,
Eh.
and they say they're nerds.
Yeah.
If I take this thing out, am I a nerd?
No.
Basically,
Yeah, that's what they're
So
saying, yeah.
everyone who's wearing glasses, Barakengi is a nerd. I'm
Yeah.
not a nerd. I'm a bookworm. I love reading.
You love reading
Yeah,
books.
I
Okay,
love
so what is a nerd? If you're a bookworm, what is a nerd?
If you are a nerd, you are a person who's wearing glasses. According to me and according to how we were raised, I don't know if it makes sense. What is a nerd, according to you?
According to me, I don't know. I'll take a stab at it. A nerd, I believe, is someone who is a really, really deep thinker.
Okay.
And likes to research the things that they're very interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like deep research. Like if you ask them about, there's different types of nerds. Okay, therefore different types of subject matter. There are like thousands, if not millions, of different subject matters that you can be a nerd in. For example, I like football. I'm a football nerd.
Yeah.
Right, and then you would be a book nerd, or
Sure.
your sister would be a bag nerd. Is that a Louis?
Yeah.
Is that a Louis? I mean, you saved us, rich aunt. So I'm just
Yeah, it could be.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, so like a nerd to me means that you have a really deep interest in some things, and then you can't stop just studying about that one thing.
And in most cases, they are introverts.
No, not all the time. Most cases, in my experience, yeah, they are. But yeah, so like you could be a nerd on poetry. You could be a nerd on law.
I can imagine.
You can be a nerd in music. That guy over there. You can be. You can be that. Yeah. So I mean, like that's a bit. Your grandmother's assertion is quite weird here. How she just can just look at someone and say, "I no."
Yeah.
No, not anymore. She's not like that, hey?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so why did you decide to be a lawyer?
Yo. A lawyer, ne?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying.
Or a liar. Let's call it what it is. She wants to be a liar. Everyone who's doing LLB, y'all liars. You're liars. I'm joking.
Not really a lawyer, because for the mere fact that I'm studying LLB does not mean maybe particularly I want to be an advocate,
Okay.
a lawyer, or an attorney. I can be a legal advisor.
Sure.
I can be a magistrate. I can be anything
Sure.
within the sector of law.
Yeah.
So my interest with law, I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
And Koskolong, they would bring like different people, like the lawyer, the doctor, just to motivate us. So my class teacher would often come and tshwara ka letsoho a re tsamaye o bua le batho ba like, "Ke re wena o bua too much gore ba tlo ba lawyer." Tsamaye o bua le bona. So that's when I fell in love with law. And I think another thing that made me fall really, really deeply with law is that most of the females in my family, they've been convicted.
Convicted.
Yes, convicted.
And this is not the
It's
biblical
either they
conviction.
come from jail.
They come from
or
jail.
They are in jail as we speak.
What?
Yes. So
You hard. you hard. What?
That family so you feel the need to wipe off that shame. You know what? Let me just study law.
Okay.
But the intentions were pure because in the process I ended up falling in love with the law.
Okay.
Yeah. So at first it was a thing of rubbing off the shame.
Yeah.
But as I study law, I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is cool.
So you're a different version of Batman. That's what it is. Like you are a different version. No, think about it. Think about Batman. I love Batman. Batman's parents died, and then he said, "I don't want the world to suffer like I did, so I want to become Batman. So I want to
Save everyone.
I'm gonna try to save everyone." So then now you're like, "Yo, my fam come from the hood. they come from inside. Now I'm going to make sure that I at least get that form of redemption." Yeah.
For my family.
For your family. Jeez, like that's wild. That's wild. Were they wrongful convictions or were they justified convictions? Because I mean, a lot of people are in jail for things they didn't do.
Most certainly, this one's it's the things they did.
Okay.
It's the things they did.
Because I mean, I heard a story of a guy, and he's in jail for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know what the full story was, but he gets there, he's out with his friends. That's why you pick the company you keep, stay in those seminars. And then I think he went out, and then some illegal activity was happening. All the police came in, and the next thing, he's in jail. Just like that. Jeez.
It's so sad.
That's wild. But then, you know what? I'm being a bit biased here. I never thought that women can go to jail.
Yeah.
Because now if you think about it, think about the movies.
A lot of them.
Think about like SABC News and ENCA and CNN. When have you ever heard of like a woman wholesale being convicted and being interviewed? Like you hardly see it.
Yeah, you hardly. The only woman who's all over the world is Rosemary.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
And
but other than that, it's very rare.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
Okay, so like what like you know the stats now. You're the lawyer here. You're the criminal lawyer here.
Right. Okay.
I would like to know, what is it that women go to jail for the most? Because I know males it's like theft, it's armed robbery, it's kidnapping, it's murder. You know, those are the common things from an SA perspective. Yeah, but then what do women go to jail for? Do they go to jail for the same things?
I think, murder as well.
Murder?
Women are capable. Women are chameleons. They are just...
Yeah.
So I think murder, because I can't say ukshayumuntu. I mean, ukshayumuntu, you get a bail, right?
Yeah, Nina. So I'm afraid of y'all.
For a woman to be like really, really convicted, it should be something tangible.
Yeah. Murder.
Yo.
For what? What do you murder people for? But what do you murder people for?
It depends, with situations. Like women go through a lot, twice as men. So there are certain circumstances that push us beyond the limit, and you end up doing something you never thought you would do because of rage. So we are capable.
So is it a case of, all right, you're in love with this guy. Mm-hmm. He ends up breaking your heart, getting somebody else pregnant. No. I'm just saying.
We will see.
And then,
but I don't think. Okay, maybe the matter should be like really, really deep.
Yeah.
In order for a woman to literally act and be like, I'm doing this. But fella ends I'm saying women are strong. Like if I'm dating a man and I get a slayla, I move on.
You move on.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Okay, we move on.
I'm saying
we move on.
Yeah.
But there are those who are toxic. They won't just move on.
What are they going to do?
They will want to avenge themselves.
They're going to kill you.
Hence, I'm saying undenzi's bang.
So I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
What are some of the most vindictive things women do? In your experience, now, this is for my people. This is for my people.
When you are saying in your experience, you're making me seem out as if I'm a perpetrator now.
Not you as a perpetrator. When I say experience, not necessarily what you have done, but what you've been exposed to, and what you've heard and what you've seen. That's what I mean by experience. I would have phrased the question differently. I'm like, what have you done? to be vindictive. That's what I would have said. But like, what have you heard? What have you seen? Like some of the most vindictive things that women are capable of? Because we have to look at it balanced view here. First of all, you just raised the fact that women go to prison. I forgot about that.
They do.
I forgot about that. Which means women are capable of evil.
Very much. Very much so.
Okay. Yeah. So in your experience, what are some of the most evil things that women have been capable of?
Yeah. Okay, also aborting kids. Sometimes I'm in a relationship with an abuser, or I'm in a relationship with someone and they pass on, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not even working. Why keep this baby? So sometimes we do things not because we are being intentional about them, or maybe because we are being evil, but we're also looking at like the future. How do I then bring one amolfasing and I can take care of them? So let me rather abort.
So that's basically murder. Are you murderers?
Yeah, hence I said murder. Murder is an umbrella of everything that we're doing as women.
Murder is an umbrella of everything that you're doing as women.
Yeah, because I can remind you the outcome.
Yeah.
If it's not murder, what else can it be? Because I feel like as women, we don't like leaving things hanging. Yeah, because you'll come back to bite us, miss. So let us. Permanently.
Jeez, like that's really tough. That's really tough. Like, are you sure you're not Zulu? Because I ask why. Ushaka Zulu, you've heard of them. You've heard of him.
Yeah.
You've heard of him, right? There was a quote. I think it was in the old show, not the new Shaka Ilema, the old show.
Yeah.
Where he quoted. He said, "Never leave an enemy behind, because it will rise again to fly at your throat."
And this time around, more stronger.
Yeah.
New strategies.
With new strategies to take out.
So you see why you need to.
Jeez, like plan all the way to the end and like finish the enemy off.
Up.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not messing with you. Don't mess with her. Yeah, guys, don't give me DMs and asking me if she's in a relationship or not, because I don't know if you want her. I mean, like,
Just imagine.
Jeez, like that's really harsh. I mean, so you talked about some of those evil things women can do, and it's murder is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I think also gossiping, jealousy.
Yeah.
Hence, I'm saying murder is an umbrella, and then mofas.
Yeah.
Because if I see Mpumi excelling, who is she to excel like that? That's jealousy. And then jealousy, it emanated from comparison, where I am where she is.
Remember we were talking about in the beginning. Yeah.
So it's smaller particles of jealousy, gossip, comparison. And then you start being like, okay, and then you get closer to Mpumi, of course.
Sure.
And then when you get closer to Mpumi like that, you see Mpumi is not giving you attention. Maybe Mpumi has outgrown me.
Yeah.
We were friends, but now we no longer align.
Yeah.
And I'm like, months.
And then what do you do? Like, you go get a...
Okay, maybe it's this thing of bad-mouthing her. So hence I'm saying, where these things, they emanate from each other.
Yeah,
and it's more like they are feeding each other. It's a seed, and it grows, and it grows wild. Yeah,
because I mean, if we look at it from a Christian perspective, this man, Jesus, came and made things a lot harder for people to be good people. He made it a lot harder, because now we think murder is like, I'm going to take a knife and stab you in the heart, or stab you in the eye, or cut your head off, stuff like that. And then he comes and says that if you gossip about another person and you slander another person, you're a murderer.
Yeah.
Yo.
So you see why I'm saying murder is an umbrella.
Murder is an umbrella. I'm like, why could you guys just be more like guys? If we don't like each other, so shy and then we carry on with our lives. Like, y'all need to gossip and...
As Cheyenne, we go around hotspotting other people.
You hotspotting? What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? What is this hotspotting? I feel old now. What is hotspot?
I switch on my Wi-Fi. Umi connects. And then everyone connects with the hatred that I have for someone,
Oh,
and especially if
is that
people who are on my side.
Oh, so is that what you mean hotspotting is?
Yeah,
It's like,
we are
okay, so I'm
hotspotting each
going to be
other.
the antenna.
Yeah.
I don't like Mpumi, so
Yes.
the plug is going to hate her. And he doesn't even know her.
Yes.
He's never met her.
The fact that plug knows me,
Yeah.
and someone does not treat me right,
Yeah.
plug is in my favor automatically. So Abonor still, it's wrong.
It is very
Because
wrong.
you haven't had the other side
Exactly.
of the story. So
Yeah.
why do that?
I think people don't want to think, eh? I think people are very quick to make judgments and just take a side that they have not researched or even read about at all.
Exactly.
Joe? Chat, you guys, hot spotting. I learned something new today.
Imagine.
I learned something new.
Rahospotan.
Oh, okay. So then, like, okay, you're an older sister, right?
I'm the elder sister.
You are the elder sister. So how many siblings do you have?
I have two.
You have two siblings. Do you have a brother or they're both sisters?
My brother passed on.
Okay.
He was the firstborn.
God bless you.
Amen.
All right. So then you've got one. Oh, you've got one.
Little sister.
Your little sister with the new bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Those little Chanel shoes as well. It's, oh, wow. And the Gucci bag. She rich. She rich.
she's rich.
She rich. She rich.
Very, very rich.
Hey, look, listen, I need 4 more microphones because I want to, you know what I mean? So just, I'll send you a proposal. Like, get your people to call my people.
Amen.
Get your
Amen.
people to call my
Yeah.
people. So is it hard because you are traversing this life as a strong, black, intelligent female who is misunderstood?
Exactly.
So then how difficult is it for you to be a role model for your younger sister?
Expectations.
Expectation.
Yeah.
Is it easy or is it difficult?
It is difficult because you oftentimes have to keep up with their expectations.
What expectations do they have?
She's our big sister. She's capable.
Yeah.
You can do mhlulayo. So maybe if she asks something and I say I can't provide,
Yeah.
then okay, she's a big sister, but she can't do it.
So
Those are her expectations. I don't blame her because I also have expectations towards my elders.
Okay.
Like, why,
Like what? What
why
expectation
are
do you
you
have
an
now?
elder but you can't provide for me? Why are you an elder but when I'm in trouble you can't come to my rescue?
have you seen the price of bread? Have you seen the price of bread?
I have, but I think it's this thing vele eranang automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is natural. We are not fabricating it, we are not building it. It's just how it is. You are an elder, so much is expected from you.
Yeah.
And more especially when you come from a disadvantaged family and then when you are uyazama. So literally everyone is looking at you.
Everyone's looking at you.
You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
okay, girl
So
is a seminar girl. All right. Okay,
do
she's
people,
gigging.
So do people think just because you go to one seminar now all of a sudden you have money? Has that happened?
I mean, that's the mindset. That's the wrong. That's the mindset. Exactly.
Yeah.
They see you go the SMM Mr. President, they are like, okay, she's rich. Wait, what? So that's
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, but to them it does.
No, it doesn't.
People have their own expectations.
Oh, shame. Oh, shame.
have
So what is the hardest expectation other than you having to quote unquote provide? Because I know that's a big expectation if you're an elder. The other like you would have an identity crisis. This is just what my thought is.
Okay.
You, Karabo, the poet, and the motivational speaker who's going to travel the world telling people about her keynote presentation. Don't be a hotspot. I'm telling you, you should do it. You should do it. You should do it.
Don't be a husband.
Yeah, don't be a hotspot. So, you would have an identity crisis if for someday, for example, let's say your younger sister boom wakes up with Elon Musk's money. Do you have an identity crisis or are you happy and you don't care? Given the fact that for 21 years of your life, I don't know what the age difference is.
I think 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically
She's my peer.
18 years. So I had to do the math had to math there.
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah.
18 years. So for 18 years, you've been someone who's older than her. You've always had to be ahead. You've always had to quote unquote have more experience, have more. These are just expectations that I think you've always had to be ahead, more money, more degrees, or more of everything.
Yeah.
Now, she invented a version of SpaceX, and now she has Elon Musk's money.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Okay, I'll be more than happy.
You'll be more than
for her,
happy.
because her success is my success.
Really? Is that how it works?
Yeah, for me, I
For
can
you.
speak about Swabam, but for me, I'd be more than happy. It's more like when you are mentoring someone and they outshine you.
Sure. I think that's a different thing though, because now that's less personal.
It's not even personal.
No, like mentoring someone.
Yes.
That's not as
Okay.
personal as your
Family
quote unquote, your
member.
baby sister. Don't lie. You've called a baby sister before. Am I lying? I ain't lying.
Yeah.
You've called a baby sister before. Now a baby sister can buy South Africa now.
Yo.
It's not a lot, but like with where we are, it's not a lot. She can buy South Africa now. Now you're like, how?
Okay, if she changes towards me,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, does that mean you'd have a problem?
Yeah, but if she doesn't, then I'm good.
Okay. So what's the first thing in that case? She wakes up with Elon Musk money. What's the first thing you're asking her for?
What do I ask her, Veli?
What do you ask her?
I don't know.
Is it?
I can't think of anything.
I know exactly what I asked for. I need 4 new microphones and I need an HD quality camera. I need a camera crew. You know, we're trying to Joe Rogan this, all right? Come on now. Yeah.
I need everything. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think I'd ask anything.
Sure.
Maybe should a need arise?
Yeah.
Yeah, hence I'm saying her success is my success.
So then if she okay, so how's your guys' relationship now? And what would warrant it changing? Like you no. Like if she wakes up with all that money, what would the change be where you're like, okay, now I've got a problem with who you are now?
Overspending.
Overspending.
Number one, yes. Yes, you have money, but don't overspend it. Rather invest.
But she has Elon
But
Musk's money.
she has money. yes, she has money.
Do you know how difficult it is to spend $200 billion? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But hence I'm saying, Guti, should she change? Ingazi ukuthi uzoshintsha kanjani, because you
Yeah,
can't
okay.
predict a person, right?
Sure.
Hayi angazi ukuthi uzoshintsha kanjani umpumishing. But if it's something that's out of line,
Okay.
I'll definitely have to address it.
Sure.
With Asali, you have money, but
yeah, but like, no, but come
okay,
yeah.
maybe humanity.
Yeah.
If she changes the humanity, uthola hore manje ha sa tseba ho bua le batho. She looks down on people, then we address that one.
Oh, okay,
We need to
okay.
address that one. No matter how rich you can be.
No, okay.
Ubuntu.
Okay, all right, cool. So here's a question. So we've talked about women murdering people
Why do you keep on emphasizing that one?
because it's so novel to me. Because I hardly think about it. I honestly God, I hardly think about it. Or I tend to forget that it is a reality.
Sure.
When I say murdering, I'm not just talking about killing, like assassinating people's character and everything. So for you are in the legal profession because you wanted to at least wipe the slate clean from your family that had been convicted for things that they did.
Sure.
Now, in a scenario where you've got a family member that you know and love, right? They commit, I don't know what, the hijacking or whatever the case is, a hijacking, and you've got evidence to convict them, but they're a very close family member. What do you do?
I wouldn't. Okay, I have evidence, ne?
You know they did it.
Yeah.
You've got the evidence. You can turn them in. It means that they go to jail for life. Now you're in the legal profession, by the way. You end up swearing oaths and all that stuff. I'm trying to understand the conflict of
Okay,
interest because it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing.
It's never easy, but integrity plays a role.
Integrity-
So I'll have to do the right thing, because remember my intentions to start with.
Yeah.
I'm wiping off the shame.
Yeah.
So if you are bringing us the shame, then go do, guys. Not like you are dead. We will come visit you. We will come visit you. And there's family day, Mos. So we will come. We will. There's family day, so we will come in prison.
Come in prison.
Yeah, we'll come visit you.
There's no ways you gonna convict me.
Now, bear in mind, if I fail to convict one of my own,
Yeah.
and then how does the community trust me?
They don't. They can't trust you.
Exactly.
You killed.
Like what you're hearing so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking subscribe now button. Follow on YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms listed. Also, check out the website for more information. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for the support. Now back to the show.
someone. No, not that you kill someone. It's just like we know that Karabo could have.
Hey.
But then she didn't.
So hence I'm saying integrity plays a role. Just need to be honest. Send the man to jail, send the woman to jail. Every Saturday and Sunday, open the visit Sun City, Bavian Spot in Pretoria. We do that. We come and visit.
Do you honestly think I'd want to see you if you turned me in?
What do I?
Do you think I want to see you if you turn me in?
You have no choice. Really, because it's bad in here. It's very, very bad in prison. So maybe if I don't come personally, but bazoza abanye. And I will give them money. Nimthengele lokho. Uyokwazela ukuthi buya kimi imali.
You wouldn't know. Yeah. Jeez, you basically, if this is the block, you're the snitch. You're snitching. That's what you're doing.
I'm not snitching. Why are you?
You would snitch.
I'm not the snitch, but yeah, I'll do the right thing.
No, people snitch on themselves by doing the wrong things. That's what it is. Yeah. No, that's a bit crazy, man. That's a crazy. So, in terms of your poetry that you've written, what is your favorite piece, and would you be able to recite it or?
I would be able to recite
all
it
right,
because
cool.
I know all of my poems.
Amazing. All right,
yeah,
good.
but I won't recite it as of yet. If you would ask me to recite it on the spot now.
Okay,
because they are not yet released.
They're not yet released.
Yeah.
Ooh, when we turn off the cameras, I'm gonna get an exclusive to her poetry. Why? Because I'm dope. My life is dope, and I do dope shit. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, in terms of your poetry, what is the subject matter that you like to tackle, and just
returning to our roots. That's basically
roots?
the theme for my poetry EP.
Yeah.
So the name of the EP is Umkhulu Makgadebe. So it's a combination of both genders, Umkhulu Makgadebe. Yes. I think my favorite poem there is Ituna Elikhulumayo. Yeah.
For those of you who need a translation, that is a grave that speaks.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Oftentimes when a person ashona and they don't have a tombstone, you'd hear saying umuntu yagodola, meaning you have to get them a tombstone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to church, more especially ZCC preferably, or maybe you get visions or dreams. And then personally, that person comes to you and say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You need to act on them. And by the way, I'm not ready to get into the religious topic. And
sure.
Because this is what I believe in.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, this is what I believe in, but I stand to be corrected as well.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm encouraging, more especially the youth, to not forget where they come from. Because as much as the world is getting modernized, we are advancing technologically, we still need to go back to our roots.
Sure.
I mean, technology ngeke isibambele amalobolo.
Hey.
Smartphone, tell him.
This and
that. Nalo ya.
Basasifuna le nkomo, basasifuna.
And mabaqeda bafake nama emoji weyinkomo.
That's it.
You know, we need that process from the gate. You need to praise Lomdeni from the gate.
Yeah, I've facilitated so many negotiations. I should run my own seminars by now, bro. Yo, y'all, women, stop charging too much. Stop charging too much. Jesus, stop killing us.
It will depend.
Okay. Just to make it easy for us, just say we want 1 cow and a drink. Why do you want 100,000 cows?
But to be honest with me, I always tell my family to be considerate.
Sure.
Because if you are ripping the guy off, I still need to start a life with him. We need to build a house. We need to buy this. We need to have kids. How will we then take care of our kids if nitati maleke yonke?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
I'm selling me, by the way.
Yeah.
You are not selling
You're
me.
being some parents they're selling.
Yeah.
They're selling. I'm like, I have 5 daughters. This is my pension.
Yes.
That's what they do.
Exactly.
You laugh, but it's true. It's what they do.
True.
Yeah.
It is. So basically I'm trying to encourage the youth to remember where they come from.
Sure.
Omunye mongathi kuye tirete athi nokuthi ithakazelo zakhe zicala kuphi zishona kuphi zisho zithini. So those things are essential as we grow old.
But here's the thing. I don't think it's the youth's fault that happens.
You don't think?
I don't think it's the youth's fault that they don't know that. It's not the youth's fault. Because as As a child, who must teach me the way to go?
Your parents.
Okay. And who must teach them the way to go?
But I think our parents do. Bayayiphila lento. Despite lezinto that we're coming across today.
Yeah, yeah.
But our parents, umthetho basawuphethe. It's just hence I'm saying ama-2K are reckless.
Are reckless.
How will you know these things if maybe, let's say, Ekaya, they're holding a ceremony to say, just a light ceremony. It has got nothing to do with funeral. Or mhlambe bathi they are appeasing their ancestors.
Sure.
And then when you're like, lady, this event I need to attend. So you're not paying attention because you're focusing on the phone. Chomi kiapareng, we are ignorant. Mina, I believe our parents, umthetho basawuphethe namanje.
I still hold parents responsible. Why are you ignorant? Why? Like, it's not like, you know what I mean?
Okay. You are trying to contradict my statement.
I'm not trying to contradict. I'm just having it balanced. I'm having it balanced. Like, if you are reckless, you don't wake up reckless.
Amen.
No person wakes up reckless.
Okay, let me say we are ignorant. Let's rub off the name.
Or it's a case because parents, like, I think it's a mixture of both. But I don't know all cases. Parents can show you exactly this is what you do. You wake up at this time. This is how much you pay. This is where you go. This is where you do things. And after a certain age, Ninama 2000, decide to forget. Then you decide to forget. And there are some AMA 2000s who are like, okay, this is how I grew up and this is how I'm going to keep it. So I think after a certain period, I think after 18, if you don't want to follow your parents' instruction, then that's your fault. And that's you, yeah. That's just what I think.
Yeah.
But what I'm an old man. I was born in 91, Okay. I'm an old man. Old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are right. It's a thing of balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing of balance. But my wish for the youth is not to forget where they come from.
Yeah, and this is like, because technically I'm still considered a youth, by the way. For the next 3 years, I'm still considered a youth. By South African standards. Like, South Africans need to stop this. Do you know what the United Nations considers the end of you being a youth? Guess.
25.
25. If you're this side of 25, you're not a youth anymore. Now we want to be another youth for another 10 years.
After the initial deadline of
in the meantime, for another 10 years.
Yeah. Then in America, if maybe they are saying your youth ends at 25, life begins at 40, what then happens in the middle, in between these ages?
You live dead. That's why. You live dead. Because in between those years, you're racking up debts. You are making mistakes. You're getting divorced. This is not me. This is just like generally speaking. You get divorced. You go to jail because Karabo ratted you out, and then one guy. I think I was 25 at that time. He was like 42. I was like, "Yo, you old?" Now I'm like, "No, he wasn't that old. 42 is here for me. It's like it's like around the corner."
Knocking.
I'm knocking on the door. I can't wait. I can't wait for my life to start again at
How
40.
does your life even start at 40? Because already you are living.
Well, look, they say life begins at 40. Why? Because now you've made enough mistakes.
Yeah.
And you don't have any reckless debts anymore.
You've learned.
You've learned. You've paid off your car. You've paid off your house, hopefully. And now I still stand to be corrected. I need to do you guys know who a lot of people over the age of 40 who can tell me why life begins again at 40? But I think that's what the whole thing is. Yeah. So I think that's why life begins at 40 for them. So you're saying that you want the youth to go back to their roots.
Yeah.
So can you just clarify exactly what the roots are?
Your identity. Yeah. Okay, we are modernizing ourselves and we are forgetting ukuthi kahle kahle thina singaboshaka ilembe kahle kahle. You look at how we dress, you look at how we modernizing our hair, putting on it's more like we are artificializing ourselves.
Sure.
And then we forget how beautiful we are naturally.
Yeah.
I'm not against women who put makeup. I do put makeup when I get the chance, but let us not forget our identity.
Sure.
Imvelaphi yethu, because at the end of the day, that's exactly where we run when we have troubles.
Things are not going well.
You go back home.
You're losing cases.
Yeah.
You're not getting married. I'm making it a personal example. Like
okay.
you're losing cases,
You go back home.
You go back home.
Yeah, and you kneel down. Keep his name, get man. So yeah,
Only when it gets rough. That's the thing. Yeah.
So you see, it's more like you don't need to pray when you're coming across difficulties.
Sure.
You must also praise God when you're having a good time. So even when you are having a good time, go back and say, how, Papanzi. I get lots of what you guys do. You do that. You thank them. Go back home.
Go back home.
Go back home. Give back, man.
Yeah, must give back the man.
Give back.
Give back. Okay, not what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Give back.
All right. So so you're an elder. You're a seminar person. Clearly you're rich because you're a seminar person. Even though you just go to one, you're still a rich person. Yeah, okay. The question is, have you come across this thing, man? Like this thing it's called black tax. Have you come across black tax, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Well, she's got Louis on, so maybe.
I'm saying yo.
What is yo? Yo? What does yo mean?
It's how I live every day.
It's how you live every day. Okay, so for the audience, in your experience, what is black tax?
I think parents who want to live their dreams through you.
Okay.
That's black tax for me. More especially when they see that you are capable.
Sure.
As their child. They want to explore what they never got a chance to explore while they still had time in their time.
Okay.
Yeah. But in most cases, when people think of black tax, they think of finance. Can they also black tax emotionally? Spiritually, you are being taxed by your parents. How
are you taxed emotionally? Because we know the money part.
Spiritually, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you were not. You are not from a prayerful family.
Sure.
So you are being taxed spiritually. You are being deprived the freedom that comes with being a child of God or with being spiritually free.
Yeah.
And then emotionally, there are certain things that our parents say to us and they don't come back to say, I'm sorry. So that's black tax as well. So hence I'm saying, oftentimes when people think of black tax, the first thing that comes to mind is money.
Yeah.
Only to realize, physically as well.
Yeah.
Emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Yeah.
We are limas. So black tax is very, very broad as well.
Yeah. I thought it was just money.
No, it's not money.
Because not
only money.
Yeah, I mean,
let's say for instance, you are the firstborn. You have siblings. Your mom is not working. You are working. Literally, you are being taxed left, right, and center.
Sure.
You need to take care of your siblings.
Yeah, my older brother knows that very well.
And then also, the reason why I'm saying emotionally, now you start to sit down and meditate and be like, okay, I'm doing things for people. What about me?
Yeah.
And whenever you think of doing for yourself, you feel bad.
Yeah.
That's not good. Come on. And it's so sad. Let us not laugh about it. This is personal.
Like when you go to with Wacky Wednesday, now you think you should have extra cheese or not?
See?
Come on now.
Exactly. But with Wacky Wednesday, it's better because who's a pegate too. So Hakija one, I return home li A1 from boom. Why ba?
But the question is, do I put cheese on the
Those are the things that you think, I'm wasting money. This money, I should be using it for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Sure. We should all get Patricia on the show. You know who Patricia is?
Who's Patricia?
That's Trevor Noah's mom.
Okay.
So I read his biography. Yo, Trevor, bro. Like, I know you're touring. Can you just come to the show? I'm a big fan. You know what I mean? I've supported you since Day Walker. The first one. So his mom said, son, I don't want you to take any money that you make and give it back to me. No. Because I don't want you to suffer from black tax.
Yeah.
I want you to be free. I want you to start at a higher level. And I don't want you to feel, you can give if you want to give, but I don't want you to feel obligated to do so. That's a different story.
Ooh.
You can give back.
Patricia, where are you?
Patricia,
Where are you, man?
she doesn't care. She
But
got herself a white man.
I think also it contributes with her background.
Yeah.
It's a thing of saying, I'm stopping this generational curse. I don't want what I went through for my kids to
carry on.
It. Yes.
Yeah.
So hence I'm saying there must be a story to Patricia.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you know what, with my kids,
Sure.
I don't want this to happen.
No, not at all. No, that's word. That's very good. So we're getting to the time now where you have the platform, you've got the microphone, you can ask me questions. Yo, pray for me. Pray for me. Yeah, you can ask me questions pretty much about anything. If I don't have the answer, I'm gonna say, listen, I don't have the answer, but we'll ask Uzuma maybe. He's got the answer. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
How did you come about the concept of being a YouTuber?
A YouTuber. Yeah. So, look, listen, I don't necessarily consider myself a YouTuber. I consider myself more of a conversationalist. So when I say I like to learn from people, from all kinds of people, because there's only certain types of education that I can get from a university, from like books and research and reading and writing and teaching. That all of those things are great, but the oldest form of learning is through listening, through talking, and through sharing stories.
True.
And getting other people's perspectives. The YouTube, the audio, all of that is it's a medium. It's just a way of facilitating the conversation. That's what it is.
Ooh.
So the only reason it's on YouTube is that other people can go see it and watch it if they're interested. And it's also for me to keep a record to be like, oh gosh, the conversation I had with Karabo. Women can matter too. So what would she say about that? So I can go refer to it. And then also it's also a way of sharing knowledge. Because I think you're saying you want us to go back to our roots. Now, I think here's the problem. Like I'm not going to flex, but I'll flex. No. So I grew up in a 2-parent household where my dad, very educated man, ancestral belief, African spirituality. There's nothing you could tell him.
Yeah.
That the end. Maslava sahlava. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And my mom, churchgoer, and my grandfather was a Christian minister as well. So then we went to church all the time. And when I say all the time, I mean all the time. All the time. And then for me, I fall in line with the Christian belief a lot more because it resonates with me the most. But best believe my dad would say, hey, So then my thing is, how do I make sense of the two for myself? Because they're very, very strong personalities. My mom and dad, my dad's now passed away, my mom's still alive. Very, very, very strong personalities. Very, very strong beliefs. So then now, you don't know, do you stay here or this or, you know what I mean? So there is that tug of war. So I'm doing a doctorate, right, to figure out what is the interplay between the two and what is the conclusion that I'm going to reach. And I'm talking about the original Christianity. This Christianity, Bushiri, who's Pastor Doom? All of those guys who are twisting scripture so they can get money from you. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the original Christians and African spirituality. Now, here's the problem. This is where it ties into why all the conversations I'm having are on YouTube or on Spotify, wherever. Christianity is very well documented. There's 235 translations of the Bible. There's loads of sermons and commentaries and traditions. There's the original Bible, all things that you can refer back to. So then if I say thou shalt not kill, you're going to be like, where's that from? Where did you read it? I'm like, here, it's here. It's been around for all these years. African spirituality, where's our documentation?
And and
then now the problem is you will tell one version of the story, she will tell one version of the story, he'll tell a version of the story, I'll tell a version of the story. Now I'm like, who's right?
According to experiences.
But then now the problem with the human memory is that it's very bad. Our memories are very bad.
Yeah.
So if it's not written down, and it's not passed on, you don't know if what your father did was right or wrong. But he just went according to the time. And because I know can be a very slippery slope. Because my dad will do something, find out that it's the wrong thing, and then now you must go fix it. And then you go fix it the wrong way, and then now her daughter must go fix it later on down the line. So I'm like, where does it end? So that's why I think I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a conversationalist. The only reason it's on YouTube is I can refer back to it and start documenting it because, like they say, if it ain't on the gram, it didn't happen. If it's not written down, it didn't happen. So that's why I like being a conversationalist. I love talking to people. I love learning to people from all races, creeds, backgrounds, religious types. I mean, you're an AMA 2000, and then next week I'll have someone who's from 1956 or 1958. You know what I mean? So because everyone has got a story to share. So that's why I like to consider myself a nerd for conversations. Yeah.
And then Father of a Man. It's a book you're busy with.
Father of Man. The most difficult book I've ever written in my life. You just open the second drawer. At the bottom.
Bottom one.
Yeah, you will see it there.
Ooh.
This is just the poster.
Rich.
This is the what?
It looks rich.
Rich with what?
Yeah.
So then this. Oh yeah. so this is the concept art, right? The concept cover, right?
Thank you.
So
okay.
That's a picture of me when I was still a yellow bone in 3 years and 10 months. I don't know what happened, KB. I don't. What happened, man? Where did my likeness go? Ninali jealous. Whoever it was that did this to me, Ninali jealous. Yeah. So
are you done writing or are you still writing?
At the point where I'm just documenting my father's stories. And then we're releasing it this year. So Father of Man. What happened is that I started this in 2019. And my aim is to publish a book every 2.5 years. So the first book was published 2017. The next one was published at the end of 2019. I'm like, 2021, I should be done, right?
Yeah. I also thought I had that trend as well. But with me, I think I wanted to release every year.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But that's the thing about the creative process. The creative process doesn't care about your timelines. The creative process cares about its timelines.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm going to, and I'm a method writer. What that means is that I'll research a topic, write about something, and then apply it so that I have experienced what I just wrote about.
Okay.
Now I started writing this book, and life just started testing me on everything. Like COVID hit, my father passed away, then drama, this, lost work, started like a whole lot of things. Just then I realized I'm like, actually, life was testing me on this subject matter, so that I'm not a liar. So when I give a speech or talk about it, I'm not lying. I'm like, very. Yeah, like, I mean, one of the things, so the aim there is to, how do we build better men? Not perfect men, not good men. I said better men, because you women are saying men are trash. Hey, am I next? Hey, me too. But like, okay, yeah, so we're trash, so what now? So what now? And the paradox I've found is that a woman will have a boy child and say, I love you, my boy, I want you to be the best. And she's like, men ain't, you know what I mean? Like men are trash and what, but then what do you think this boy is going to grow up to become?
Yes.
So now it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That boy is going to become trash because you said all men are trash. Yes. So I'm like, so what do we do about it? So I'm like, how do we build better men? So I started unpacking childhood experiences, started to think about what it means to be a man, what are some of the lies that we need to deal with, and how do we raise kids for the future. So that's what Father of Man is. And there's a lot of things I say there that are really going to rub people up the wrong way. Because some people are not going to be happy, but I'm like, I believe it's the truth. Well, it's my truth, so I'm going to put out there. But the main aim there is to empower men to be better. And who benefits the most from better men? Women. You guys benefit the most. Yeah, because if you ever find a guy that's constantly protecting you, constantly providing for you, wanting you to become better, like, come on, what's better than that?
Aish.
Now you don't have to compare it with the guy. He's like, don't worry, babe. Don't worry, babe. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. So, you know what I mean? That's what you mean. You're the man who got you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what this book is about. It's been 4 years. I've been writing 4 years.
Still writing.
I need to finish now, because what would happen is that I'll be writing and then life happens to test me. I write more, life happens to test me. Here's a funny story. Let me tell you a story. You ready for the story? You ready for the story?
Yeah,
okay, what happened? What happened is that I went to go sell a laptop in Pretoria last year. In the same week, I was writing that men go through a lot. We get shot more, we get killed more, we go to prison more, we are misplaced out of jobs more, we work more dangerous jobs, we're more likely to die at wars, we're more likely to be held at gunpoint. I wrote that same week, and then that same week, I'm being hijacked, I'm being kidnapped in my own car at gunpoint. I thought I was going to see Jesus that day. But then the guys let me go with the car, but then they took everything, money, all of that stuff. So then I get back, I had to go to some more therapy. I was already going through therapy already, and I had to go through some more therapy. Then I'm like, I'm actually in South Africa now. Like I'm here. Like,
feels like it.
Like now I know. Like now I know. And then when I was reporting the cases to the police, they're like, "Oh, this happens." I'm like, "Hey, this happens." And then they'll tell me even more horrifying horror stories. I'm like, "Yo, you shouldn't have told me that, bro. I don't want to know that. I really don't want to know that." And then also the fact that the police were not going to do anything about it. They themselves told me that there's primarily nothing we're going to do about it. So I write the case. When I was writing down the case, right, I was like, okay, yeah, so this is what happened. I got held at gunpoint. I got held up in my own car. They drove me around, whatnot. And then the lady taking the case, she was like, wait, sorry. Hey, Patricia, what's that? So I can't remember the lady's name, but for all sakes, let's call her Patricia. I'm like, Patricia, what's that? Listen to the story. So I tell the story again, and she's like, no, man, this is the same thing that happened to you as a police officer with her husband in the car, and they took her gun. I'm like, wow. Like, wow. So then, like, I think that's what's been happening with the book. It's just been testing me every single point of the way. I'm like, nah, I'm ready. I'm done being tested, Lord.
You're done.
Sing right, man.
Just finish this book.
Just finish it. Yeah. Like, yeah. So then, yeah. So then, I have to sell 1 million of these after all I've been through. I almost died.
To replace everything and more.
Yeah. So that's why I'm on the journey for this book. Yeah.
No, that's lovely. And how much will it be if you're selling it?
We're looking at the standard price. So this and the audiobook. So 250 rand. Because South Africa.
Reasonable.
Yeah, South Africa people don't be selling books for 7,000 rand. Like, this is not on Julio. Like, what are you doing?
No, standard price 250.
250, and also there's 200 for the audiobook as well. That's and like millions of people need this book. Millions of people need this book. So that's why I'm gonna go on a crusade. As if I almost died for this book. Clearly, I almost did. I almost did.
No, thank you so much.
All right, cool. So I think we've come to the conclusion of our conversation with Karabo. Karabo. I don't know. How do you want me to say it?
The rich auntie.
The rich auntie. She's a poet, a femtor, LLB student, and she's going to go and do great things and go out and change the world. If there is anything like a last parting shots that you want for the audience, and Machita, don't ask me for my numbers work. Ngobang now. Ang now. For when? Yeah. Any last parting shots?
Please follow me, guys.
Yes. Where can people follow you on? Yeah?
On Instagram and TikTok. I don't have Facebook. So it's literally Karabo Digasho everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, I'm launching my poetry musical EP.
Yeah.
Of October.
Yeah.
So please RSVP too. RSVP, guys.
No, 100%. We'll put all the stuff in the show notes and on social media.
Wholesome and I'll appreciate the support.
No, 100%. Yeah. Don't you want to give people your numbers? No, I'm joking.
No. They'll rather send a DM.
They'll slide into the DMs.
Yeah, they'll slide into
the DMs.
To my DMs.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Remember that's been our time with Karabo. And guys, remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means you're going after what you've always wanted to go after because it's aligned with your highest values. Yeah. And that is the only way to live a truly fulfilled and successful life. And I will see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on this episode on the NJ Podcast. Make sure to visit the website, the njpodcast.captivate.fm, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, all the other podcast platforms, or via RSS, so you never miss a show. You can also find the video content on the YouTube channel and Instagram page. That will be Njablo James on YouTube and njablo.j.ngosi for Instagram. Please subscribe and follow on those platforms as well. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on the podcast platforms, or if you'd like to tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. If you'd like more information about published or upcoming books, visit www.njablojames.com for more information. Please reach out if you'd like to share what you would like to hear and which guests should be invited to the show. And remember, success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal, which means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Now just chill until the next episode.